If an individual is victim just of intimidation or job abuse, for example, are you in a store and comes an American citizen say, you got to go away because you are illegal, they start yelling at you, intimidation, illegal, go back. That can they call the police? And the other one, what about job abuse? I hire you to promote on my house, and I know you don't have documents.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm not going to pay you because I know you don't have papers. So I'm not going to pay you because I know you are not going to call the police. In those cases, those are very common cases and very sad cases.
Yes.
Should they call you, the police, if they are suffering from intimidation or job abuse?
Or harassment? Yes, exactly. And, it's unfortunate that happens. I think in Alabama, the one thing that we really got right is we've got people that care about people from a godly standpoint. I think that they're very godly. They love other people, but then you have some people that really they just want to complain about everything. And it's very personally to me, it's just very insulting for someone to attack a person verbally like that, regardless of who they are. And so I think that I would want to know who that person is that's harassing people in the community because they don't have no right. And the thing about it is and that's discrimination.
Right.
Absolutely. And I have people that I have grown up with and people that I know that I care about and I have relationships with that I love that are Hispanic. And it really upsets me to know that any citizen would come up and harass someone about that, Same way with racial discrimination of Black people or Asian people. That's very insulting, and I wouldn't really appreciate that at all either.
So they can call you?
Yeah, absolutely.
In both cases?
Especially if they're being harassed in their neighborhood, then that's something that we need to look into, because a person who's doing that, someone that's being verbally assaulting to them, that maybe not have anything else to do but then harass people, we need to have knowledge of those people that are in our community.
Yes, because what I know is they call the police, and the police come and they say, "Can I have your ID?" And there comes the problem. I don't have a valid ID. So that's why I'm telling you, should they call you?
Yes, absolutely. They should call us. We work really close with our school system, and there's a lot of Hispanic children there. That some of them are like grown people now because they look like they're grown because they're in the 11th or 12th grade. But I think that in our city, I really don't see that. It seems like our city is very accepting. I know because I grew up there, and it's always been that regardless of your race, we always work together. We have relationships with us. I have relationships with people that I graduated from, that I went to high school with, and some that I graduated with, or some that I knew. A lot of them passed because I'm getting older, and some of them are passing away, but some of them still live in the community, and we have a relationship. And they're African American, but I care about them, and I want them to do it just like the kids that are in our schools now. They have great relationships with Hispanics that are there. Sometimes there are children there that cannot even speak Spanish. I don't know what they speak, but they introduce them to me. The other students do when I go into the school and I'm talking to them, and they'll introduce the person to me, and they said no one can talk to them because, and what a tragic thing for a child to go into a school system and can't communicate.
Right.
Whether they speak, and I think he may have spoke German or it could have been, I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, but he couldn't communicate with anyone.
Yeah, that's correct.
Because he couldn't speak Spanish, or he could speak English. And so what a tragic thing. I believe he was in he was in middle school, but to be able to go into a school system as a child and not being able to communicate, because it's hard enough to communicate for us sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes people try to, label you by who you are. Some people may not know me as the police chief as someone that cares for them and wants to help them regardless of who they are. They may look at me as part of, it's the only thing I care about is removing people from the community, and that's not what it is. All I want to do